having the AI recognize like what are the industry trends, and how can we what can we do to help your business grow a lot faster, and then getting into the real nitty gritty, like what are some environmental impacts, right? If you get into like roofing, you get into pest control, what are some environmental impacts that just happened today in your market that I should start proactively reaching out to people over, right? And just growing your business right now.
Aaron, welcome. Aaron with Sameday AI. Welcome to Door Con. How's it been so far?
Dude, it's been amazing.
Great.
Yeah, it's been really, really good.
First time here?
No, I did door-to-door sales back in the day.
Okay.
I came to the first, so after my rookie year, I came to the first D2D Con.
First one ever.
Yeah.
There you go.
What, 8 years ago, is that?
Yeah, Door Con 8.
Yeah.
This year, so yeah.
So that was really cool. Mine opening, I think they had was the Iron Cowboy speak at that or something like that?
Yeah. Phenomenal. All right, let's do a quick comparison. 8 years ago to now, transformation of Door Con, what do you think?
The first one felt pretty wild, equally wild to this. This is clearly bigger, just in sheer volume of people. But something that you guys are doing just kind of keeps the vibe really good.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. We love coming here every year. I mean, I think each year it gets better. Each year more people come. Each year, I mean, and the cool thing about it is even the different vendors are we get kind of. I think each year we're getting a wider range of vendors.
Yeah.
So no, it's awesome. We're happy you're here. So
totally.
Let's dive in, Aaron. So you said you had door-to-door experience. Tell me about that real quick before we get into Sameday AI.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to Brigham Young here, as some people do, and got recruited out of a bank. I was working at a bank there in Provo, Utah, and went and did door-to-door sales for Greenix. So I sold pest control.
Pest control.
Yeah.
A lot of pest guys here today.
Yeah, it was a fun time. It was a really good time. So did that, and then I got more into the marketing side. So I started doing digital marketing.
Okay.
Then I got in with a company. It's now called Alta Pest Control.
Okay.
So I was the chief marketing officer there. We'd scaled that to however many locations, 10 or 15 or something like that.
Phenomenal.
And during that period, I started Sameday, or shortly after started Sameday, in order to solve what was my biggest problem, and that was just missing customers with our inside sales team.
Let's dive into it. What is Sameday AI?
Yeah, so essentially what it is we built the best salesperson that you can imagine. I mean, we've figured out a way to take AI, and we've been doing this for about 4 years now.
Okay. Train
an AI agent on how to overcome objections, how to do everything that you would coach your sales reps. A lot of things that I was taught, selling door to door. When I was at Greenix, we were selling along with like the Hart brothers and John Taylor and those guys.
Oh,
right? Yeah. So there's a lot of really good techniques that really only the door-to-door guys would know, frankly. I mean, I don't know if there's a better way to learn to sell than in door-to-door, but we've trained a lot of these techniques into an AI that is able to manage essentially the back office. When people are calling in to your company, you're busy doing other things, or you're having issues staffing people in your back office to answer these leads. Our AI will answer the phone, qualify, schedule, everything, right? Overcome objections. And we have like a pest control company that does hundreds of millions a year, and our AI is selling 2-year contracts.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So
tell me about how it works. Walk through how Sameday AI works. What kind of if somebody's using the product, how's that work? How's it flow?
Yeah, I mean, now that we've answered, essentially millions of calls, we've been doing it for several years, we have what we feel are really the best practices, like what's going to get you the highest close rate. So we'll come in and you start with our data, and then you can tweak the AI to really fit your brand, your culture. If you want, you can actually just wipe it clean, start from scratch, train your own AI agent from scratch, and compare it to ours. So you can A/B test different agents against each other in the platform, and essentially you drive your leads to us, you drive your phone calls, whatever, people calling for your business, and the AI will do everything that a person would do. Answer the phone, obviously, but then qualify, upsell packages. I'm going to use pest control as a reference, but someone calls in for one particular problem, it's going to sell them on the whole suite of products that you sell or services. And we have customers now in a ton of roofing companies.
Okay.
A large percentage of our customers are roofing companies. Many of the biggest ones you can think like legacy restoration, CMR construction, you name it. But
yeah, so we got pest control, roofing. What other industries does this apply to, or can it apply to?
Any home service, really. So we have large customer bases in mostly plumbing, HVAC, roofing, pest control, And then there's like a long tail of a bunch of other businesses that are very sales focused. But.
Gotcha. I mean, AI is here to stay, right? It's not going anywhere. I mean, I think over the last couple of years, I think it's gotten a lot more mainstream, right? People are using it in everyday tasks, and it's gotten a lot more robust too, right? Over the last couple of years. So, but there is, I feel like there can be sometimes that hesitation still for the consumer. Let's say they're calling in, same day AI answers the phone. Do they feel like it's an AI?
Depends on the day. So our North Star metric is like, depending on the industry, but it's essentially closed deals.
Yeah.
Right? So if telling them or making it obvious that it's an AI is going to help improve that metric,
for sure,
then it'll do it.
Yeah.
And our platform is built to be dynamic, constantly optimizing for what is going to get that highest close rate. So if you're a company in New Jersey, right, and your people are one type of way, the AI is going to be following that and then figuring out how can I improve what I say or how I respond to get the highest close rate. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's no one size fits all. It really depends on the demographic.
So it's going to adjust based on what the client needs.
Yeah. And you can come in too, if you feel like you know something special about your business, you can come in and teach the AI yourself as well. Kind of had that personal touch.
Yeah. And is it intuitive enough to where it'll have maybe different sets of adjustments where maybe, it gets a call from a certain place and it's this, and gets a call from another place and maybe it's changes tune or, adapts, right?
Yeah. I mean, we have an AI that we just rolled out, so we're baiting it with some customers now.
Okay.
And yeah, it's literally changing its tone of voice based on the person. I mean, some of those things, like in door-to-door especially, you talk about like mirroring personalities. Mm-hmm. Like our AI can mirror a personality.
It's like mirroring the voice. They call in a heavy Southern accent. It's gonna help them.
Not just mirroring the voice. Like it's literally saying, okay, it's going to analyze the situation. It's like, oh, this guy is clearly calling because somebody's been bugging him.
Gotcha.
He's trying to get this done. So I'm going to be direct. I'm going to be in his face. Wow. I'm going to get this deal done as quickly as possible because that's going to give me the highest close rate. Someone else calls in, they're a lot more inquisitive. When I did door-to-door, it was like a bull or, tiger personality. It depends on who's teaching you how to label people, but we're teaching AI to do stuff like that. And so if someone's more inquisitive, if they need more answers before they're willing
it's going to be probably a little more eloquent in the answers, a little bit more detailed. If somebody's answer, hey, I just need to get this done now, it's all right, let's get right to the point. It's not going to take everybody through the same blanket steps regardless of the person.
Exactly.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. Is there a lot of competition in the space right now with this, or are you guys kind of the leading
I mean, we're definitely leading. We've seen competition. I mean, we've been doing this 4 years, almost 5, I think. I'd met with Sam Altman from OpenAI about a month before ChatGPT came out, just to kind of indicate how long we've been doing this.
Right.
We've definitely seen some followers, a lot of even competitors who we've even caught like calling our AI from, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Like we believe that what matters is performance.
Yeah.
Right? The close rate as people would evaluate a door-to-door rep, right? Like this guy's going to go out and close 1,000 deals. I would give an arm and a leg to recruit this guy.
Yeah.
And that's how we treat our AI. Like we think if we focus on that, then we'll win regardless. So.
Yeah. No, that's phenomenal. I think it's important too, and I think seeing results matter, right? You can, at the end of the day, you could always say whatever you want, but being able to see the results, see the close rates, and be able to efficiently track that, I mean, that's a huge benefit to ownership, right?
Yeah.
If you can see, just like in door-to-door sales, right? At the end of the day, you're looking, okay, how many did you sell? How many doors did you knock? How many conversations did you have? What were your objections, right? You're going through that on a very kind of manual basis with your reps. But being able to see that in real time, at the end of the day, hey, how did this, infinitely duplicatable person do, right?
Yeah.
No, that's pretty incredible. What are some of the other things that kind of set you guys apart from everybody else?
Yeah, I mean, some of the other things that set us apart, I mean, we definitely come with it like an industry first approach. I mean, we've had some competitors come in and they're just basically technical people trying to find an application, right? Whereas us, like, I started this company in order to solve my own problem.
Right.
And that gave us like a cool edge, allowed us to really be the innovators and try to find the solution before it really existed, right? There's a lot of things that have become more mainstream built into some of these large language models that you can access through an API that we've built ourselves. I feel I'm really proud of our technical team. I'm not technical myself. I'm sales, marketing,
for sure,
whatever. But I think we really have like the best team that you can imagine. So yeah, I mean, just the features are really, really cool, but how they're applied, especially to these types of businesses, is really what makes us stand out.
It's adaptable, right? It's adaptable to the circumstances, companies.
For sure, but also just how the ways that it creates value.
Right.
I mean, we're training AI right now to, start understanding like your broader customer base and figure out how can I not only sell new deals, but make sure, let's say I'm gonna use pest control as an example. Let's make sure that they don't start churning customers. How can I provide insights based on all the conversations that I'm having with your customers and help you save customers or keep them from going somewhere else?
Yeah.
The way that we're able to take this and then apply it to these specific businesses, we're very vertical focused, is really what makes us so.
No, that's phenomenal. It sounds like a great product. Let's take a step back a little bit. Let's rewind. Talk to me a little about the journey, starting the company, maybe some challenges that you faced, how you overcame those.
For sure. I mean, I'm not technical, right? And back in the day, thinking of wanting to solve this, I actually didn't even start with AI initially. So day one, I was like, man, I'm running. I managed a call center. Overall, it was probably 60 people.
Okay.
And we were losing a ton of deals.
Yeah.
Just retaining people, call center agents is a hard job in its own. So, figured out try to solve this. I started out with this idea of building like a dashboard that can help us more efficiently manage leads between platforms. And within I went to Pest World and a bunch of these conferences and started getting feedback from people. And the feedback I started getting was, this is cool, but can your platform actually respond for us?
Right.
And keep in mind, this is before ChatGPT.
Yeah, this was before kind of that AI was mainstream.
Yeah, so we put together, really, and if you compare it to what we have now, a very archaic product, but it did that. It was a full cycle sales rep that was answering phones with AI. And it took 7 seconds for it to respond. Someone called and talked to it, they say, yeah, I have this problem. 7 seconds goes by, which is a long time.
But, yeah, especially if you're just waiting for a response.
But people were using it. People were all about it. Now it's milliseconds, right? Yeah. We're actually sometimes focusing on slowing it down. But just the technical side, finding the right team for me, being non-technical in the beginning. My CTO, incredible guys from Poland. It's been doing AI and machine learning for about 15 years. I don't think there's a better person out there. I'm sure there's a lot of great people out there, but the dude's really, really good. You want it, he can build it. There's never been a thing that he hasn't been able to figure out. So yeah, that would probably be the biggest challenge is coming from the trades essentially and then moving into SaaS or software has been a learning experience. But now, our investors, we've got Y Combinator under our belt from the Bay Area. Some of our investors are like Nat Friedman from GitHub. If you're in the tech world, he's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So, they've given us access to everything we could ever want or dream of. We've, sat in with the founders of all the big companies you can think of in the Bay Area, and it's really exposed me as like I said, non-technical kind of tradesman to this world. So,
yeah, it's incredible how all great businesses start by solving a problem. Right? There's a need, there's a problem. You were in a call center and, you wanted things to be more efficient. How do we automate this, right? How do we put a little bit more control? And from that, this was born. I think that's incredible. It speaks a lot to, it's a lot of what we talk about, at the Door-to-Door Experts is putting those systems in place, putting those, products in place that help us succeed, help us scale, which is exactly what you did. Yeah. So that's phenomenal. What's now looking, we talked about the past, now looking forward to the future. What's the future for Sameday AI?
Yeah. We've been really nailing down what is our vision and what is the one or two sentence thing that we hold on to. And it's kind of evolved. We've been so early to the game, we've just been hyper focused on the product, but now we're focusing really on the next 5 years. And frankly, what it is we want to enable these types of businesses, trade businesses especially, to really be the first businesses to get access to what is the latest and greatest, what is the best technology. For us, it's, what is the best AI, right? That then allow you to focus on your craft, focus on your trade, managing your customers, creating that experience, doing really great services and allowing same day to essentially run everything else.
Right.
So, right now it's inside sales is definitely the core of our product. But then having it, like I said earlier, be able to keep tabs on all of your customers and be able to help you prevent churn.
Yeah.
Right. It's just one example. My background is particularly in marketing, growth marketing. So having the AI recognize like what are the industry trends, and how can what can we do to help your business grow a lot faster? And then getting into the real nitty gritty, like what are some environmental impacts, right? If you get into like roofing, you get into pest control, what are some environmental impacts that just happened today in your market that I should start proactively reaching out to people over, right? And just growing your business right now, right? And just really doing that from a real macro level. So because we're answering millions of calls, we have tons of customers around the world now. Like, what are all the things that we're learning broadly that we can then come back and apply to these businesses as best practices to help whoever's on the same day platform be like the fastest growing, most competitive businesses there are?
Well, it's kind of like a collective learning too, because what one company might be experiencing and adapting, you can take that and apply it to others, right? So it's not, you're not just getting the growth from, if I signed up on the platform, I'm not just getting the growth and knowledge from what we're doing, but I'm sure as a collective, same day, database, you're getting all that knowledge.
Yeah. If you're on the same day platform, like you'll hands down be the highest performing in your space. Yeah. Like if you're the only company in your city or in your region that uses same day, like you'll not only never miss a customer, right? Which is like kind of our tagline right now, but I mean, just in terms of like pure efficiency,
right,
and effectiveness, like no one will even be able to come close.
Tell us a little bit about some of the success stories that some of your customers have come back and said, hey, this has changed my life. This is X, Y, Z. Tell us some of those success stories.
Yeah, I like to be careful with success stories because oftentimes they involve like people losing their jobs.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest. Like it's hard. I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe you can help me figure this out. Like I'm trying to figure out how much to harp on that.
Yeah.
Because like we definitely have a lot of customers who have, laid off. I can think of one case, especially 20 people in like a day.
Yeah. And just because it was able to do the job of...
The AI was outperforming these people by like 20 or 30%.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And so it's hard to harp on that. I mean, we have a lot of customers, big notable brands that people talk about, and the AI has a great booking rate, or the ACV that it's selling is really great. But yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet thing sometimes.
For sure. I mean, I think that can be a worry, right? As AI gets more robust. I know people, that's a hot topic, right? But I think, not only, I think it can also be a motivational tool too, right? It's like, hey, we're looking for the best. We're looking for those that are dedicated and want to be here. And, these are tools to help. I mean, we talk all the time too, like putting the systems in place, but also giving your employees the right tools, right? And this helps give you those tools. And I would guarantee that you probably have some clients that, they've probably taken those calls and learned from them, right? They've taken the AI call, learned from it. Hey, this is how the AI overcame this objection. This is how they got through this. Let's apply this to everybody else, right? So, I mean, there's a lot of the learning goes both ways, right? Not only is the AI model learning, but you can also take that success to apply it to your sales reps as well.
Totally. And one thing we learned really early on, that sometimes like your office staff or your call center manager or whatever department we're working in can become like either our best friends or like our worst enemy, right? People aren't stupid.
Yeah.
So we've really thought a lot about this. So what we've started doing is like getting in with the people in your call center, especially the people managing it, and teaching them to become AI experts. Like there's a ton of data that we have that can help your AI be like 10x better than anyone else right out the gate. But there's a lot of proprietary input that you can give to it that
make it even better.
That only stays in your account. And so we want to teach your call center people how to do that, how to train AI, how to manage it like they're already managing people, right? And help it get better and essentially become experts, right? They're on AI.
No, that's phenomenal. What would you tell anybody, for those companies that aren't using same-day AI right now, have a call center, what would you tell them today?
Yeah, I mean... It's evolved quite a bit. It's become a lot. It's not mainstream by any means, but people at least know what we're talking about when we say the word AI.
Right.
We've been selling this since before that was a thing. What would I tell people? It's like, hey, we want it to speak for itself, like figuratively and literally. So most people, we invite them to get into the platform. We can get you set up in about 15 minutes, and then try to break it.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you're skeptical of it, get in the platform, try to break it, go live with it, let your customers try to break it. I mean, it clearly works.
Yeah.
You know, there's not some magic pitch like AI companies that can truly find a meaningful application are gonna exist and continue to grow. There's gonna be a lot of buzz around AI. You're gonna see a ton of ads on Facebook for different AI softwares and apps and things that are like, you know, they sound cool, they look cool.
Right.
Is there really a need? For us, we definitely started with the problem first.
Right.
And AI wasn't even the solution. So just try it out. Like you'll be really surprised.
Yeah, phenomenal. Where can people find you?
Sameday.ai is
Okay.
our website. It'll redirect you to our website and you can schedule a demo there. You can also just email us, sales@gosameday.com.
Awesome.
And you know, we can get you signed up really quick.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here. I mean, just as you know, it's really neat to see over the years the vendors that come to Door Con, you know, how they grow year over year. So we're grateful you're here. Excited to have you here. Excited to see your success and your growth as you go over the next couple of years. So yeah, any closing remarks you'd like to say?
No. I mean, I think we've covered a lot of stuff. You asked some really awesome questions.
Well, I appreciate you joining us today. And yeah, if anybody needs to reach out, sameday.ai.
Yep, sameday.ai. Thank you.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.